So you're just about to hit send on that email that is going to change everything. It's a big deal. You've got butterflies in your stomach and you're about to go ahead and hit the button and then you hesitate. Yeah. You start to second guess yourself. Is this really the right thing that you should be doing? I think it's time that we do ourselves a favor and kick self-doubt to the curb. Hey guys, it's Erin from ErinShebish.com, and I am so glad that you are here. We are going to be talking all about self-doubt, because self-doubt is a monster and it's something that just creeps up again and again and again and again. And it doesn't matter how confident you are, that will come up at some point where you're ready to do something big, and then the self-doubt monster will creep in and question you. It'll start to make you wonder if you're ready, if you're good enough, if you're smart enough, if you're pretty enough. And it goes beyond confidence. This is something that plagues even the most confident of people. So this week we're going to be talking about ways that you can kick self-doubt to the curb so that you can actually do those things that are going to set your life on fire in the best way. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so that you can stay up to date with all of my videos. I post videos once a week to help you with your business. And if you've already hit that subscribe button, thank you. Welcome to the family. Go ahead and ring that bell because you want to be notified every time I post a video. Seriously. So tell me the truth. How often have you caught yourself holding back because you were worried that you weren't ready for something? I'm raising my hand because I do this very regularly. Like I said, self-doubt is something that affects everyone, no matter how confident you are and no matter how many times you've done something. But what's so important is that when that feeling arises, that you challenge it. You challenge that feeling of self-doubt. The minute that something pops up into your head that says, maybe not right now, you should say, why? Why should I not do this? What reason do I have to not do this? Now, your brain will do this funny thing where it'll come up with reasons like, well, you're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. You don't know enough. You're not enough of an expert. And then you can ask yourself the same question I taught last week in the confidence video. Is this true? Can I prove this to be 100% factual? If not, it's not true. Now, the reason that this happens so often is because we have a nasty habit of confusing memory with fact. Guys, never confuse memory with fact. Just because something happened in the past does not mean that this is a factual event every single time you do something. For an example, I have a client who didn't want to post a video anymore ever again simply because at one point in time in her past, she got one really nasty, horrible remark. She then believed that every video she posted would absolutely have that sort of comment or that sort of remark on those videos. And guess what? That's not necessarily true. Just because something happened in the past does not make it fact and does not mean that it will happen in the future. This plays right into the first tip. If you cannot prove that it is 100% factual, it is not. The next tip in really defeating or overcoming self-doubt is forgetting the comparison game. We love the comparison game. We hate it, but we love it. We love the comparison game. I don't understand why we do this to ourselves, but we do it very regularly. When we get on social media or Pinterest or anything else online and we're scrolling through, we're like doing the thing on the Instagrams. We see the pictures, we see the captions, we see the highlight reels, and we go,
whoa. My life isn't like that. I'm not going to do it.
Let's backtrack just a second. What did I just say 2 seconds ago? We see the highlight reels. You see someone's highlight reel. The highlight reel. You're not seeing their real life. You're seeing what they're allowing you to see, which makes comparison so unfair. When you find yourself getting on social media and you are comparing yourself to somebody else's highlight reel, you have to stop yourself. Now, sometimes this becomes so much of an issue that you can't actually help it. Anytime you see this person's feed, you start to feel bad about yourself. In those cases, I recommend a quick unfollow and move on with your day. This does not hurt the other person in any way, shape, or form. They're not going to sit there and go,
oh my gosh, why did they unfollow me?
But it's good for your mental health. If you find that there is a particular profile or a particular website that triggers that feeling of comparisonitis, walk away so that you can focus on yourself. Because the truth is that comparison is such an unfair game. It's such a gross game. And trying to compare yourself to other people, it's like comparing apples and oranges. They're both fruits, but they're completely different. Now, the reason that comparisonitis tends to hit us really hard is because we often see other people's success and we match it with our setbacks. Again, when we see other people being successful, more often than not, if we are in a place that is successful, we're not concerned. We're going to be happy about other people's success. We're going to be happy about their highlight reel. But if you are feeling that you have been set back, then that comparisonitis is going to hurt you even further. So it's important to address the setbacks. If you're in a place of feeling like you've been set back, like you aren't making progress, like you are making mistakes, number one, assess the reality. Is this true? We always come back to assess reality because as much as our brain is telling us like,
yes, you are being held back,
your brain's a liar. Mine's a liar too. Don't feel bad. Our brains are trying to protect us from tigers and lions, and they don't understand that, other people in business aren't necessarily tigers and lions. So assess the setback. Is it something that is really affecting you in a negative way? A setback doesn't mean you are doomed to failure or anything like that. It just means that you need to reevaluate a specific situation. And it is also temporary. Setbacks are not the be all end all. They're not the final. And guess what? All of those profiles, all of those people that you are sitting there like biting your nails over, wishing you were like, they have setbacks too. You want to know why you don't know about it? Because they show the highlight reel. The highlight reel is a gross thing sometimes, isn't it? Now, since we're talking about setbacks, let's talk about the flip side here. The wins, the things that we do that are successful, the things that we've really crushed whenever we've put our mind to it. We often will brush over those. We are so focused on improving our weaknesses. We're so focused on being better and being more that we forget about the things that we've accomplished, even the small things. And that is such a sad thing because the truth is if you looked at your everyday and you were to actually make a list of the things that you have accomplished, you would be so impressed, provided that you're not paying attention to other people's highlight reels and you're combining all of them and just no. If you're being realistic. One of the things that I love to do to help me really grasp onto all that I accomplished, especially on days when I'm feeling like I didn't get a whole lot done, especially on days when I'm feeling a little bit down about myself, I love to create what I call the to-done list. Instead of a to-do list, I literally write down every single thing I did during the day. All of those little things add up. All of those little things take energy, and all of those things keep you going in a forward motion. So when you get something done, write it down and then celebrate how productive you've been. Now, this doesn't mean that you're going to be productive every single day. You have to take days off. You have to take time to recharge. And that's good because guess what? Recharging, relaxing, taking time off, unplugging, that is also productive because that refuel time helps you to be more clear about what you need to be doing on the days that you are working. You're going to be so in it to win it, you're not going to have that burnout. That's so important that you invest that time in yourself. Make that to-done list and celebrate every win that you have. Now, one of the best tips that I can give you to help you overcome self-doubt is to always be working towards something bigger than your fear or bigger than your self-doubt. This is so important to you as a business owner, as a human being, because we often get into this habit of doing things that we don't love simply because we feel like we should be doing them. It's not a good habit. It's not a good strategy. You have to really step back from that place of should and ask yourself, do I want to be doing this? If I do, why? Is this going to help me work towards my end goal?
And if you don't know what your end goal is, friend, it's time for you to step back and reevaluate. What are you working towards?
And when you determine what that end goal is, you can determine whether or not all those things that make you feel like,
I don't really want to do this.
You can determine if those are worth it. If your goal is bigger than that, if your end result is more important and more beautiful than that tiny moment of discomfort. When you remember your end goal and it is something that is bigger than your self-doubt and it's bigger than your fear, you're not going to have a huge issue saying,
You know what? Whatever. I'm going to go ahead and do this.
And finally, it's so important for you to know that self-doubt is a normal human emotion. This is why I said in the beginning that even the most confident of individuals, the most accomplished of individuals is going to have times of self-doubt, and that is okay. Self-doubt is your brain's way of protecting you from any sort of danger. And unfortunately, the dangers today are a little bit different than the dangers of our ancestors, our forefathers. We're not running from lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. No, instead we're running from looking foolish or not fitting in or failing. Those are all legitimate fears for us nowadays, and your brain is trying to protect you from that. But your brain is simplistic. It doesn't always understand that sometimes taking a risk is worth it. Sometimes taking a risk is what will help push you over the edge and into that place of success and satisfaction. If you love this video, do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment and let me know what is one way you plan on challenging your self-doubt this week. And be sure to hit subscribe so that you can stay up to date with mindset tips and tricks like this every single Tuesday. All right, guys, until next time, have a super awesome, amazingly productive day. Bye.